Welcome to another episode of Silly Season Punters, and quite frankly, this might be the most sensible we've looked on an episode of Silly Season.
Look out.
Hello. Make him silly.
We're back.
He's ready for war.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
We're on.
This is good stuff.
This is the special edition Melbourne Cup Day version of Silly Season. I am your host, Liam Fogarty. Joined with me today is two of my favourite people in the office, and I want to know who you're dressed by today, boys. We're going to do fashions in the field. We'll start with you, Shad. Who are you dressed by today?
I'm dressed by Wolf something. I'll actually tell you, this is actually, I think, expensive.
Okay.
Because when I worked in radio in Cairns, I had to do the Cairns Amateurs in a hosting event, and I got hooked up by a local suit maker, and I think the suit was $700 or something.
There you go.
I was like, I think the jacket's worth something.
That's money.
And I think this is relatable to all punters. As an old jacket, I'm looking at the button on the top here, and I'm like, I don't know how much longer this bad boy's going to be able to hold on for.
These are fighting.
Yes. I'm going to tell you now, if I'm hanging off a cliff, I want to be holding onto the button that is on the top of your suit.
Shout out.
It's the strongest material known to man.
Some tailor in Cairns for the iron on the buttons.
That's wild stuff.
Titanium wire.
That is what they anchor ships with.
Jacqueline, who are you dressed by today?
This is
sharp,
a
just
groomsman outfit.
Yeah,
we're looking
classic.
at politics straight from Maya, so yeah, don't usually shop there. A bit exy. Lucky the groom was paying for half of this one.
Very good. Yeah,
Only half.
I feel like is there, if you're not re-wearing a groomsman suit for the next 5 years, you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? I've still got a jacket from Mine's Base wedding nearly 10 years ago.
I've got three. Yeah. This is the only one that fits.
and then
Barely.
Then, Fogs, and which op shop did you get your stuff from?
You'll be surprised. This is not
Which granddad died and gave you that?
Who owned a property after this thing going on the market?
This is MJ Bale.
Who's that?
Whoa.
MJ Bale, woven in Italy, a beautiful olive green corduroy jacket.
Oh, I
Thank
apologise.
you very much. Yeah,
Boy, oh boy.
It is quite
old
nice.
money.
Yeah.
Oh, Liam said this is just a hobby for you.
This is
Wow.
He does this to see how the other side live.
found this in back of the cupboard. Thought I'd throw it on for the day, boys. It is Cup Day. There's plenty going on here in the Ned's office. It's a very, very busy day. So much so that we've had an overflow of staff in the potty studio today. You might notice we've got a couple extra fellas
Handsome boys
in the room. Jack, could you explain to me what I'm looking at here?
There's a couple of cardboard cutout fielders for our big day, our 24-hour net session. So,
Which is rapidly approaching.
Yes, 17th of November. It's a Monday. So if you live in Brisbane or you want to fly up or down or sideways, come and come see us, bowl it
Fly in
over,
any direction.
if you will. Yeah. These guys will be in the outfield. If we hit them on the full, that's -5 runs. That's a wicket. But we do have another little update on the cricket.
Well, yeah. So last week, Rocky obviously called me out, but he did say that he didn't think I'd ever held a cricket bat. He said that the awards that I'd won were purchased by my parents. But we did go down to the nets with Rocky, and I had to shut him up with my batting ability. And that video is now on the Ned socials, and I encourage you to go watch it and call
it was a
Rocky
great
a flog.
battle.
Certainly was. Why don't you tell the audience how it went? Because I think for me, it's going to sound quite one-sided.
Yeah, okay. So Rocky showed up, had his cricket bag in tow, which he said he hadn't opened in over 15 years. Opens that, another bag inside with about 20 junior trophies, which next 10 minutes he proceeded to go through. I think in under 12s he averaged 198 runs for the season or something, and his bowling average was under 4.
I think it was elite time wasting from him because we'd obviously paid him for the hour, and then he spent the first 20 minutes pulling out trophies.
Incredible. It's like when you show up to a game and the other team's wearing slacks and all that. He was trying to
He was posturing.
He's posturing, getting in your head early. So the game was a 3-over test match. He would bowl to you for three overs. You would score as many runs as you could in the nets. I was the umpire. I was adjudicating the runs and the wickets. and then he would try and chase that down.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have him trying to break this record.
Well,
I mean,
Well, Liam was coming in from the back fence. He had his full run up going.
Full run up. And he did hit more runs than me in the end.
He ended up with 31, I believe. Is that right, Rich?
No, he hit 29.
29, okay. Sorry, giving him too much
4 off
credit.
the last ball, and I did drop a caught and bowled.
Yes, that would have won it for you.
It would have, so he did beat me. But for me, that whole thing was more about my batting than
You proving yourself. He
So-
did change his tune at the end. He said,
he
"You are
certainly did.
quite handy with the blade." He still he still remains ironclad in that we won't survive 24 hours. So we got to prove him wrong again. But
however, you then had a crack at the same total.
yes.
And how did that go?
see this, guys.
it's got itself a little trophy.
For the guys listening, this is a trophy. This is under 14s Cricketer of the Year Batting and Bowling Award. T. Rockcliffe 2003/4.
You won that off him.
I've won it off him.
He
boys.
scored more runs.
So I had a dip. I think I missed about 50% of the balls, but the ones I hit, they
You hit
stayed
well.
hit. They stayed bloody
And
hit.
that's what I've always noticed about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ones you hit. You're like Jazz.
Yeah, exactly.
It was fascinating watching Jack in the nets while we're training. He's been very patient, and then he flicked a switch when we went out and played rock and absolutely tonked him.
Yeah.
Some of those shots you were hitting were the sweetest sort of
mate.
drives to mid wicket and over the top I've ever seen. It was very, very nice to watch, and that trophy is well deserved.
Speaking on the cricket, Fogs.
Yes.
Who are we thinking for the first test?
Yeah,
What's the starting 11?
It's
look like?
so that's also 2 weeks away. I think
Yeah.
Marnus is playing out of his skin and has absolutely locked in a spot in the test lineup.
Your mate?
My mate Marnus, who I potted last year, but now I've got to give him his chocolates because he's playing some of the best cricket he's played in his career. I think he's got 3 one-day hundreds and maybe 2 Shield hundreds this summer alone. I think that he should probably bat 3. I'm of the opinion that fellow Queenslander Matthew Renshaw should be opening, and then Marnus should be 3. Although Renshaw failed in his Shield game last week, I think I've seen enough from Renners. There's one more Shield game before they pick the teams, but I would be going Usman, Renshaw, Marnus, Smith, Head, Green if he's healthy, Carey. And then you got your bowlers, which is pretty much locked
Picks
in.
himself.
Boland,
Boland
Stark,
for Cummins.
Hazelwood, who is also in the form of his life, and then Nathan Lyon that would be my test 11. I think there is a world where Bo Webster and Cameron Green maybe fit in, and Renshaw doesn't get a chance. But I think a lot hinges on the Shield games this week. Are you lined up with me?
I'm almost identical to you there. I would take the slug over Green, though.
Yeah,
I just think recent form.
Bit of an injury cloud over him as well.
Exactly. I'm sick of the selectors trying to jam someone in that opening spot that's not an opener. I don't think it'd be healthy if Green went up the order. And there's been a bit of chat around Mitch Marsh, but I think
he said he's already bought tickets to the Perth game. I think he's more than happy to sit in the corporate box and have a few beers and play.
But imagine if we had Marsh, Green, and Bow in the same team.
The run rate would be through the roof.
Yeah, exactly.
Shad, where do you weigh in on all of this?
Look, I just think as long as the boys can get bat on ball and then ball on stump and ball in hand, then I think we'll bloody do really well.
It's a rough gig getting you on what is predominantly a cricket show when you don't follow cricket that closely.
I don't follow cricket, much to the chagrin of my Pakistani father, but I'll just whatever. I don't even think I've even been to a cricket test match before in my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to try and weasel you some
I've never been.
tickets.
I haven't been to a big bash. I haven't.
Really?
I haven't been to any cricket.
Do you like Drake?
I bloody love a day drink, actually.
Well,
That's what the cricket is,
we
mate.
got an event for you.
Okay, well,
Have we got the event for you, mate?
okay, now we're talking.
We might have to weasel some Ashes tickets.
And
for
how
you.
many hours do these things go for?
Well, that's the best part. It goes all day.
If we sprinkle a bit of work at the start or at the end
bring
of the
the
match,
laptop.
then tickets are paid for.
Okay.
Some of the beers might be paid for.
correct.
You get me a box at the Gabba, I'm in.
Yeah, we'll make some phone calls. The best part about the Brisbane test this year, it's a day-nighter. and the Brisbane crowd is maybe the loosest in Australia.
I believe
I
that.
know that's controversial compared, the Bay 31 in Melbourne's massive and Sydney gets big, but Brisbane day-night test is carnage.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I'm very excited. I think if you're going to go to one, this is probably the year to try and get a ticket.
Okay.
Jack, you said that you're sick of seeing the selectors try and shoehorn someone into an opening spot.
Yes.
And I think there is a world where Marnus could open. And I think number 3 and an opener are pretty similar because Marnus could be coming in one or two overs into a game. So he needs to be adaptable. So I don't see it being that much of an issue if he does have to open the batting. So I think it's good problems for us.
He does love to leave.
Killing it. That's enough cricket waffle. We haven't heard enough from you today, Shad.
Mate.
I'm aware of it. I want to get you in.
Okay.
What have you got for me?
Well, I've got to talk to you guys about the NFL, obviously, which seems to be my role in the pod, boys.
Yeah. It's a good role. You play it well.
Well, I think this is we talk about silly season. We're in the silly season period of the NFL. The trade deadline is fast approaching. By the time this pod comes out, the deadline will be over. And in the last few years, the NFL has been so much more active in the trade market than it ever has been in previous years.
Yep.
You'd only see like one or two, whatever. Now people are just doing it for fun. The Eagles have made 3 massive trades this year, showing that Howie Roseman I don't understand why teams keep trading with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep.
Just seeing just how well they come out.
The rich get richer.
Yeah, it's like crazy. They've got themselves Jair Alexander is now with the Eagles as of this morning.
As in the cornerback.
Yes.
That is very, very good.
He
at
has
football.
gone to the Eagles for, I believe, a 6th and a 7th or something.
6, 7.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. 6, 7, guys. I mean, get around
There it is.
Are these guys just preying on, the new guy into the fantasy league type areas?
Bit of taco trading.
Yeah.
Well, Howie Roseman, I think, just sees the opportunity. He's playing 4D chess while the rest of the league just sit around trying to figure out how trade even works. His value scale is like crazy. They say when Jimmy Johnson came in, he made the trading scale that teams use that kind of makes you go, what's worth what? But I think Howie's on a whole nother level. This is what the Philadelphia Eagles have done in the last couple of days. They just got, as of the time of the recording of this podcast, Jalen Phillips, edge rusher from the Miami Dolphins, who are in a tailspin now.
Yep.
And they got him for a 3rd-round pick.
And they already have one of the best D-lines in
Already
the
got one of
league.
the best D-lines. They do need an edge rusher, but they have added that to their team now. And on top of this, remember, they have 4 departures this year that are earning them compensatory picks. One of them is a 3rd. So it's like a free pick that they're giving away. So they've gotten themselves Phillips. They managed to get them Alexander as well. And they also got Michael Carter from the Jets in a trade earlier in a week ago as well.
Yep.
So they've reloaded their defense immediately.
And then a bit of depth.
And added a bit of depth, which is crazy. In other news, there's like a lot of the talk right now, and by the time this pod comes out, we'll probably know. But my team, the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones went on radio this morning.
I did see this.
And said, we have a trade in place. We're just putting the papers through tomorrow. Now the Cowboys are playing Monday Night Football, so he's not going to do it until afterwards. I don't think it's going to be a big trade, but people are wondering if they've managed to knock the door down on a Max Crosby, a Garrett, or a Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals. The word is the Bengals want a 1st-round pick, which as a Cowboys fan, if we gave away a 1st-rounder for that, I would be furious.
Well, you've got a couple, haven't you?
We've got 2, but it is bloody crazy to be like, hey, we got rid of a all-pro, one of the great pass rushers, and now we're hunting for another one. Anyway, I'll relax. Patriots are shopping around players as well. This, I think, because at the moment it's really hard to know which teams are good and which teams are bad in the NFL. This past week is like crazy.
How are my boys going?
The Raiders.
The Raiders. How about going for a 2-point conversion in overtime to try and win the game and failing miserably?
Well, that's the attitude you need.
That's the thing about gambling as well.
I love the comment that was said after the game. I think it was who was it actually? Who was old mate? Julian Edelman said in an interview after the game, like talking about the game as a commentator, and I said, "Are you surprised about the 2-point conversion in overtime instead of tying the game?" And obviously Edelman was part of the Patriots side to beat the Seahawks. He goes, "Well, I'm not surprised with the coach who decided to throw it on the 2-yard line." So I think, the Raiders are awful, and I think
his good mate owns the team now.
that's true. I actually think that the Raiders should trade Max Crosby, not to the Cowboys because I don't think they'll get what they want, but like there's a world where they could get 2 firsts and maybe even a 2nd in a couple of years for him, which would immediately put them in a position to kind of do what they need to do, which is rebuild. Anyway, one thing that was in the news that I wanted to cover is because it seems like ever since we spoke about the power rankings of injuries, there has been so many more injuries in the NFL.
Put a mocker on them.
God.
And the question is what is the most cursed field in the NFL for injuries?
The obvious answer is
MetLife
Stadium in New York.
But people are bringing up, and I'm going to show you here, after what has just happened with the Commanders quarterback, Jaden Daniels bending his arm in the opposite direction.
You're not going to pull it up, are you?
I'm not going to pull it up because I think I've made you guys sick enough. But people have brought up that the Commanders Stadium has been responsible for some of the most horrific injuries and season-ending or career-ending injuries in the league. You've got Jalen Hurts nearly getting crushed, which kind of ruined him for a season.
Yep.
You had the concussion to this Gus guy who apparently didn't play again for the rest of the year. Jaden Daniels' elbow. Joe Burrow's ACL went out there. Adrian Peterson, obviously, with his fantastic career was finished. RG3's career was over.
That was career ending.
Chase Young's ACL basically ended his time with the Commanders because they ended up trading him a year later. Kyle Allen's leg was pretty bad as well. Fitzpatrick did his hip and ended up moving on again.
And then of course, power rankings.
Most horrific injuries from power rankings. Alex Smith's leg. This place takes careers.
There's another one that's not on that graphic, and it's the fan that just fell out of the seats.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
So they're saying this is one of the cursed stadiums.
Who is the groundsman here?
I know, right?
That looks like it's a turf, artificial, or is it?
I think there's a curse.
I think there's a curse there. But then I was like, MetLife Stadium is considered the worst one. So I wanted to rattle off the injuries at MetLife Stadium for you.
Okay.
And Fogs, being the Giants fan, can you keep a tally on how many ACLs go? And do you want to keep a tally on how many Achilles go?
Okay, yep.
Okay, so we've got Nick Bosa, ACL. Then we've got Solomon Thomas, ACL. Jimmy Garoppolo, ankle sprain, but that did put him out for the rest of the year. Raheem Mostert, MCL. We'll leave it. Sterling Shepard did his Achilles at MetLife Stadium, then did his ACL at MetLife Stadium.
Jeez, Sterling.
Wan'Dale Robinson did his ACL there. Blake Martinez did his Achilles. Jabril Peppers did his ACL. Kyle Fuller, ACL. Aaron Rodgers, Achilles. Al Woods, Achilles. Jalen Phillips, Achilles. Andrew Thomas did a Liz Frank, and Malik Neighbours ACL tear.
I've got 7 ACLs there.
5 Achilles.
That's
bad.
Horrific. The amount of injuries there.
Very bad.
And of the ones I said, a lot of them are in the last 5 years.
And majority non-contact
injuries.
injuries.
Yeah. It's like, it's crazy that the NFL still says we're going to allow turf stadiums.
Where was Joe Burrow's turf toe?
Well, that was, I think, in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Gee, well, that's
turf toe's horrific.
But the thing about MetLife too is that the World Cup's coming next year.
Yeah.
And they're ripping all the turf up because FIFA's like, absolutely, you're not playing on turf. They're putting grass down. Mm-hmm. When the World Cup finishes, they're pulling it all up again and putting the turf back down.
Isn't that nuts?
Is this a weather thing over there?
It's crazy to say it's a weather thing.
It's cost effective.
It's definitely cost because it can't be weather because I'm pretty sure the Patriots are a grass stadium and Gillette is proper snow.
Yeah, as is Buffalo.
And Allegiant Stadium, I believe, they shift their grass stadium out of the venue to grow and then bring it back in.
Because you've seen that footage of when the NRL came to town. They pulled the NRL field out. And
they had to put a hockey field in or something.
Yeah.
Well, like Real Madrid have, they lower their stadium underneath and they put all the hydro lights on there.
Grass.
And they grow it underneath.
That's the only thing they're growing under there, right?
Yeah.
Real Madrid. What are you getting up to?
But it's absurd to me that one of the richest sports leagues in the world has such an problem that seems easy to fix.
Sort of player movement against playing on
huge.
Like
there's a huge movement, but the NFL just refuses to do it, which is crazy to me. But I'd like to, if there was betting odds, say I set the over-under for the rest of the year for ACL injuries in the NFL, of which I think we've had 3 or 4 already this year.
So to come.
Yep. If I set the over-under at 4.5, are you going overs or unders?
I'm going over.
I'm taking the overs. I think there's so much football still to be played.
There's more fatigue to come.
Yeah, grim stuff.
I think we saw
Tucker Kraft just lost his one as well. He's out for the
season. And there was a lineman that also did his ACL yesterday as well.
Yeah, it's grim stuff out there for these ACLs, and it's all blamed on the slider footwear. That's a whole nother discussion we can have.
Whoa.
What is it called? The foot doctors?
Podiatrist. I did.
guys.
My mother is a podiatrist, and she listens to the show, and she called me up and gave a big explainer the other day on her thoughts on it. I will get her on the show at some point for a proper chat because I can't remember what she said.
Should we get into punting?
Yeah, let's take a break and we'll get into some punting. Well done. It is time for the punting segment, and boys, it is Melbourne Cup Day. The race has not been run yet. By the time this comes out, the race will have been won and run and run and won. Me word, not good today. But before episode 1, for the punters that have maybe missed episode 1 and haven't heard, we've got a running futures battle going. And before episode 1, we had to list out who we thought would win a heap of events before they were run. We started in October.
Futures work.
We're running till July next year. Jack, you got the Everest winner, and today is our second event. We've all picked a Melbourne Cup winning jockey, and I thought I might tell you what horse you're on, boys, because we picked the jockey and we didn't know what horse they were riding at the time.
Can we change?
Might be a little bit late to change, but Jack, you are on J-Mac, and J-Mac is riding... Oh, God.
Maiden.
What number is he?
Number 8.
Number 8. There he is. I need my glasses. Maiden, $21.
We're at $21. I don't mind that.
I mean, anyone can win the cup.
That's true. From barrier 22, though, bit of
It's
concern.
wide. But it's a long race. It's a long race. Shad,
Too long, some would say. Anyway.
I agree with you there. Shad, you're on Craig Williams, who was on Buckaroo at $11. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, okay.
He's my Omen bet.
He's your Omen bet.
He is my Omen bet.
Right.
So I'm.
Can you walk us through the Omen?
There's just a South Park gag that's one of my vocal stims. It's when it's. What's her name? Jenna? It's like, buckle up, Buckaroo.
Just running people over.
Yeah.
Because that's something that they actually did.
One of my
reels.
like
actually did
it. Was one of my vocal stims. I remember backing it.
South Park.
I backed Buckaroo and maybe the Everest last year. Had a few beers. I was walking around going, buckle up, Buckaroo. And I'm on Jamie Carr, or as she's known now, Jamie Mellum, which I didn't realize until...
Well, that's a scratching then.
Yeah, sorry,
well,
you got nothing.
I really don't think it is, boys. But Jamie Mellum is on Half Yours at $7.50, which is second favourite. So I'm quietly confident I might have to have a couple of bones on her. That's the futures update.
Can you give us an update on where we are with the cash money on these units that we've been putting in each week, boys?
Fascinating.
I'm fascinated to know who's on top.
Fascinating that you're the one that wants to move the show on and bring that up, because the 10-unit challenge, there is a clear leader in that, and that is you, Mr. Shad.
Let's start from the bottom, though, and let's have a look at where you guys are sitting.
Well, the bottom is me. I haven't got a single bet home. I am 40 units down.
You haven't even gotten a leg?
I've got a leg, but I've had a few multis.
Just get on the board here, mate.
Yeah, I need to.
This is what you don't understand. This is why the cricket challenge is going so bad. You don't just know when to leave them, get them through.
Yeah,
I might reassess a few of my bets now.
So last week I had 5 units on Reece Walsh and Katoni Staggs to score, and that was one
of the worst
stinker.
Can we just quickly say the Ashes series has been one of the worst international series I think in quite some time.
We should have seen it coming. Like, it's clearly just a piss up for all those boys.
But also England didn't take it seriously. They chose a whole bunch of old boys that who gives a stuff. How can you tell me that AJ Brimson isn't better than half the guys that are on that?
That's just Brexit rugby league. I've been saying it for years. They just play Brexit ball. My other bet was 5 units on the Bears and the Colts, and Daniel Jones returned and once again found a way to break my heart. So
Danny Dimes, you went from dollars back to dimes.
Yeah. So I am minus 40 units down. Jack, you're minus 18.3 units.
That's right. Over double.
You had a three-leg EPL multi, and I think you only got one of those legs home.
Yeah. Man United, just when they give you a little bit of hope, and you think, oh, mate, might get a haircut this year. No.
Back to square one.
Dashed.
Poor bugger.
Poor Barber.
And then your other one was you had 4 legs on the New Zealand game.
I had the only bloke who didn't score in that game, Jermaine Asako. he did not come over, but I had 3 of the other legs get up.
But
I had multi-rescue on, so give me...
the bloke that deserves all the praise, he is now, from 40 units down, he is plus 32.5, which means from
stuff.
your 40 units, you've returned 72.5.
There he is.
Not bad at all. It is you, Shad. And
Good stuff.
do you remember what you had on this week? I've got it here, but I'd love to hear it from your lips.
I picked 3 winners. I backed the Seahawks to win, and they absolutely flogged the Commies.
Cha-ching.
I backed the Jags to win, who they snuck one passer. I thought that would have been in the bag a lot
Thank
better.
you, Geno Smith. And then the upset.
And then the upset was, which shouldn't have been an upset, but it was still tighter than I thought it should have been, which was the Denver Broncos, who were paying $2.05, which was just crazy to me.
Helped by a concussion in that one.
Yeah, but at the same time, they should have been better than that. But also, there's a thing at the moment, Sean Payton, he just wins in October.
Just wins.
He just wins in October. You look at his track record in October with his teams, it's crazy, his record. He wins in October.
So was that the last game of October?
That was the last game of October. I'll class it as the last one of October because it was the final week. But
Fair enough. Well, let's start with you then this week. What are you doing with your 10 units?
Well, I'm sticking to the NFL.
Yep.
I'm waiting until some of the excitement of tennis and whatnot starts to really get in and I get really excited. But I'm sticking with what I know. I'm looking for value in the schedule again. The Houston Texans, I haven't really been believing in this year. I think they're a broken team, but they're going up against another team that just keeps, even though they won me last week, they keep disappointing me. And it's Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. It's a division rivalry. The Texans need this.
We'll see
desperately.
JB playing. That's the big...
This is my question mark about it. And you're now making me think maybe I don't put it in there.
Well, mate, you're leading.
You are the punter. Yeah.
You're lapping us at this stage.
I was thinking about Houston, Texas minus 2.5 because I think if they win, they're winning by a field goal over this Jag side.
Davis Mills looked serviceable.
Yeah, I don't rate. If Mills is out there, then I'm going all in on the Jags, who are actually the underdogs by a point.
Okay.
But my big bet of the week, if I drop the Texans, the big one for me is you look at odds and you see someone who's undervalued, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles. It hurts me as a Cowboys fan.
Hurts.
But they are, there you go, there's an omen. There's a breadcrumb. They're going against Green Bay Packers, who struggled against the Panthers.
Oh, in a big way.
And their defense could barely even sack the most sackable quarterback in the league right now, which is Bryce Young. I think that the Philly Eagles absolutely do a number on the Green Bay Packers. I'm just going to back them head to head. So $2.15.
All 10 units?
I think I'm going to keep it nice and simple. All 10 units. It's the last game, so we'll be right before we record. We'll find out if I win again.
Yep.
$2.15 is great money. My own personal money will probably have a look at the line, which is plus 2.5. But also, mate, if you really want to go nuts, I think they win by 1-13, which is $2.70.
Fair enough. So. Jack, what have you got for me?
Okay, I don't have the odds for these ones, but I've got a few player props for you. I'm splitting my units in half again, 5 and 5.
Yep.
My first bet is going to be on the man who just can't stop scoring. Some say he's a robot.
If you say that bloody guy again from Netherlands.
No,
Memphis.
It's not Memphis Savoy. He's Norwegian. So
Okay.
Erling Haaland against your boys Liverpool, who they won on the weekend, but they have been very leaky this season. So I've got the big man Erling to score against them.
So 5 units on Erling.
5 units on Erling. And then I'm going to fast forward. These markets aren't even up yet because it's the NBA and I'm looking at a Saturday game.
Yep.
It's going to be a ripper of a contest. We got the Denver Nuggets hosting Golden State Warriors.
Yep, big game.
And I'm looking at my boy, Nikola Jokic.
Yep.
He's dropped 4 triple doubles in his first 5 games.
Yep.
Was 1 assist away from 5 from 5. I've got him to get a 20-point triple double, so 20 points, 10 assists and 12 rebounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a bit of a player multi.
I like that. That's nice.
Don't mind
That's
that
good betting.
at all.
You should take notes, Fox.
Yeah, I certainly should. And I need to put together my own bet. I hadn't done that yet.
While he's putting this together, do you reckon, right, because he's down so much,
he's chasing.
He's going to go something big. He's going to be like 5 legs, $10 odds or something.
And because he's doing it on the go, it's just one bet.
It's panic.
Yeah.
He instead of going like, can I give you advice from the top?
Yep.
I would actually look at a touchdown scorer in a contest in the NFL. I'd be looking for like a
jump on Rice.
I'd be jumping on Rashi Rice 2 touchdowns, even though they're on the bye.
Well, he won't be losing his 10 units.
Put the silly goose hat on.
I'd actually be looking at Detroit Lions and thinking Amon-Ra St. Brown's probably going to slot up 2 because he got none.
Are you getting a celebrity pick here from Shad?
I've got a.
I'd actually back Commanders at $4.75 just to win.
I've got a 2-leg head-to-head NFL multi here that I think looks very, very nice. So I'm going to take the Chicago Bears to beat my New York Giants.
Oh God, that's bad already.
$1.55.
It's bad already.
Are you
bet against your own team?
That is.
But I'm on my fantasy team, so I'm taking the Bears $1.55. He gets a couple bets up.
I just think it's fascinating.
And then, surprisingly, I can't believe they're underdogs. The New England Patriots against the Buccaneers, $2.20.
Yeah, I do like that one. Bit of mayo on that.
So Patriots and the Bears at $3.41 is what I'm going to be taking.
That's good.
Not going to get me out of the woods.
No, but that gets you. That gets you in. It gets a good knock.
You get a win. Just
and
get
confidence.
one win, and you get a bit of wind in your sails, mate.
You get an underdog. The Bears are a heavy favourite at $1.50.
Do you think he should be in the silly goose hat though?
Well, wasn't Shad supposed to be wearing it? Because
last week
in Tall Ball he put the New York Giants. And that was the player multi that he made up.
Yeah, but that was last week. Now what happened this week? We'll find out at the end of the pod.
Yeah, but then we're going to be a week behind every time.
That's our 10 units, fellas. Let's jump into some trivia.
Well, boys, it's time for trivia, and I got to remind anyone who is at this point of the podcast is wondering, hey, how do we get involved with this bad boy? We have got a pot open, ready for you to jump into. In the Neds app, you can join the silly season pot, or the punishment pot, actually.
Yeah, it's called the punishment pot. We are actually running a hosted pot next Wednesday, the 12th of November. There's 6 NBA games. We'll be betting on all 6. It's easy to join. What's the code, Liam?
Silly Season, SILLYSEZN.
There you go.
Yeah.
From the Spelling Bee champion as well.
Silly Season.
Silly Season. And the way it works, correct me if I'm wrong, boys, is that you'll pull in, we'll do some punting. Obviously, I'll be involved in that, which means it will go well.
I hate you.
And we put the pot together, and I believe what happens is if we don't make a profit, you decide what punishment we have to endure.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating that they got that past HR.
Well, I can't believe that our bosses pitched it.
Yeah, they've really been pushing this on us.
This was not our idea.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing that. Desperately keen to win you some money. So you know there's not going to be any shenanigans
will not be leaving Liam near the
Liam's going to be off it. So sign up, get involved. Punishment pots are on the way. Yep. No shot collar trivia this week because the punishments are in the punter's hands. However, we do have the punishment wheel for the losing game.
You owe us some lunch.
I do owe you guys some lunch. I'll sort it out at the racetrack today, guys. Sort it out at the racetrack. A couple of canopies. Yeah. So, right. This week, I thought for the trivia here, if you're listening at the moment, go and check this out on YouTube and play along. Our trivia this week is a little game called Hey, Who Dat?
Ooh.
Emoji edition.
There's a couple of Megans.
Okay, yeah, a couple of Megans in there, which is really hard to play when you've got
2 Megans with the same face.
Jacob.
Yeah.
A couple of Jacobs.
Jacob, obviously.
And Jacob at the back. There's too many Jacobs.
There's too many Jacobs around here, guys. But
there's not enough names for this game.
The way this is going to work is really simple. I have put together emojis that represent a sports athlete's name.
Nice.
Okay, now they're either going to be cryptic, or it might be a sounding out. So, for example, this
Tom Brady.
Be Tom Brady, 7 rings, go NFL
I'm
ball.
going to smoke you on
there
this.
There you go. Isn't that good stuff? Now, this would then be
CD Lamb.
CD Lamb. CD and a lamb.
I'm seeing one part.
Can we put the shot collars on?
Do you want? Okay. So that's how it's going to work. I'm going to show you the example. Your names are your buzzers.
Okay. Yep.
For the listener, I will.
Okay, so we're not just shouting the answer.
No,
right?
I think we'll just do names of buzzers.
All right.
Well, it's just whoever says their name
And-
first, and then
Yeah.
Are these across multiple sports? Or is it-
Yeah. This is across multiple sports. I tried to anyway.
All right.
Okay, you ready? So
locked
you
in.
say your name, and then I'll tell you if you can do the answer.
All right.
So here's the first one
See
for
ya.
the dear listener. We've got the
Liam.
nail painting emoji, a
Liam.
football, a bear, and a piece of poo.
Liam. This is Caleb Williams.
Liam, that is Caleb Williams. Correct.
You're a dog.
Go. Next one. We've got a ring, a rooster, hen, chicken, and a soccer ball. This one I will tell you is a sounded out. So we've got a wedding ring, a hen, and then the soccer ball is more of a hint of the sport of it.
No idea.
No one? Okay, so the wedding ring, the hen, and it's in soccer. It is Mary Fowler. Mary Fowl is a hen.
Yeah.
I think I've
It's
just
very
failed
creative stuff.
I failed the sexism test here. I was thinking of fellas.
Guys.
I'm like, how is that Ronaldo?
Chickens are messy.
can I make it?
Unbelievable, boys. Next one here. Jack, I've got a basketball, I've got a
We
giraffe,
got
an
Victor
alien.
Wembanyama.
And the French flag, that is right, it is Victor Wembanyama. Okay,
Just
one
happy
apiece.
to be on the
Hold on.
board.
One apiece. Okay, this next one is a poo emoji, a car.
Can we have a look?
A new emoji and a car. Yeah, I'm explaining it for the listener because you
Yeah.
guys keep yelling over the top.
Sorry,
Okay, there we go. Poo emoji, a car.
What's new?
And new, it's just the word new because there's an emoji that just says new.
Jack.
Yeah?
Pukanua?
I
Pukanuka.
felt I was really proud
Very
of
clever.
no,
Well
that's very
Nuka,
good.
Nuka?
Yeah, I love
Well
that.
played.
I love that.
Nuka.
Yeah,
Well
that's
played.
good.
That's
That is
unbelievable.
great.
It's good stuff. Yeah. I'll give myself a
and,
dig
and
for
great
that.
adjudicating
Give me
by
that
everyone
little dig.
involved.
That's for me.
Yeah.
There we go. That's good. Okay, next one. So we've got a rock there. We've got the big bow emoji.
Liam.
And then a hand.
Van Persie?
No, it's not Van Persie.
Wait.
Unfortunately,
Is Liam? Is this allowed?
Yeah, go
It's
on.
Brock Bowers, isn't it?
it is Brock Bowers. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
There you
I don't
go.
know if you can say it wrong and then come back
Well,
in.
I did ask, and he said
Rich, can we do that?
Yeah, Rich
said
saying
yes.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Two apiece. You guys are neck and neck right now. Okay, here we go. Next one. This one, I'm going to give you a hint here. This is a tennis player.
Oh, Liam.
Jack!
Oh, I think that was Liam. I'm sorry, mate.
Coco Goff.
Coconut golf, coconut, and then the sneezing emoji. Is that not good stuff?
I went to say her name instead of my own name.
Here we go. It's a frog,
Jack.
a flag, and a football. Jack.
So,
Pepper flag.
Liam.
Oh my God, no,
Liam.
that is
No,
incorrect.
wait.
Liam. Patrick Mahomes.
It is Patrick Mahomes, man. A frog, a flag, and a football. I'm here, dog. I'm here.
I just wanted to say my name first.
Here we go.
Liam.
Jack.
Simone Biles.
That is correct. That is Simone Biles, gymnast, American flag, and of course a goat.
I should just say my name and then think of it.
Okay, here we go. Next one. We've got a football, a coin, a brick, and a horse. Ooh.
Yeah, Jack.
Coin. Jack.
Danny Dimes.
It is Danny Dimes. It is Daniel Jones.
well done.
Danny Dimes throws bricks, plays for the Colts.
Well done.
There you go.
I had a feeling, but I was like, how is he getting to it? But yeah, well done.
This is good stuff. Okay, we're 4-3 right now. Okay, you're on the comeback here. Okay, here we go. Next one, I got a peach and then a hand towards the peach. A little peach and a little hand kind of palming into the peach. Peach
Jack.
emoji. Yes, Jack.
Tush push.
You know what? I had two answers for this one.
Oh.
Jalen Hurst / the tush push.
Well done.
I'll give that to you, brother.
Well
There you go.
done.
That's good stuff. This next one is going to be interesting, and I'm very proud of it. It's the final one, and it is the
Yeah.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, jeez.
So
Haven't we
here we
scripted this
go.
well?
Here we go. This is a sounded out, so you're going to have to think of these emojis and think of sounds. I've got a jack-o'-lantern. I've got the sun. I've got an apple. I've got someone dancing.
Liam.
Can you work
Jackson
it out
Smith
for me?
and Jigba.
That is Jackson, Granny Smith, apple,
Wow.
jig, bar of
Yes.
a sheep.
D-bag for
Jackson
that
Smith and Jigba.
yeah, well done.
Unbelievable stuff.
I'm more of a pink lady myself, so. Very good. Very
Congratulations, Fogs. You have won the emoji quiz.
Oh, he gets to spin the
good. This is
wheel.
my first spin. This is my
Yes.
first spin. I'm not happy.
I wouldn't mind another lunch just quietly.
Back-to-back lunches.
Smelling salt poetry.
God, this is getting leaned
Can
on.
we remove that from the list? Oh, I am no good at reading in the first place.
All right.
I'm going to get you a poem. Here we go. Down the barrel, mate.
Ba ba. Black sheep, have you any wool?
Do that again.
Yes, sir. Yes. 3 back. Boom. One for the master.
One for the
One for the boy. Lift down the line.
How good.
I'm in tears.
How good. Well, while you're really clear-headed, boys, we need to wrap up this show, and we need to do that with our tall ball multi.
Oh, God.
Last week we did horrendously. We still haven't got one right. But I need a play leg from both of you. Who have you got for me, Shad? Well, Jack kind of recovers a little bit.
I'm keeping it simple. I'm keeping it real simple, boys. I think after having a quiet-ish kind of one last week, I think the Detroit Lions are going to smash Washington Commanders. Give me Amon-Ra St. Brown anytime touchdown.
Yep.
In fact, I wouldn't mind juicing up the odds. Is this crazy?
Okay, talk to me.
First half touchdown.
Okay.
That usually bumps it up a dollar.
And I'm the one who's on smelling salts.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you got one for me, Jay?
I'm going with my boys, the Raiders.
Talking a lot louder
You
now.
look like you'd fit in at the races today.
I'm looking at the Raiders. We lost just last week, but one man who didn't lose and who's on my bench for fantasy football because I had Tucker Kraft, who's done his ACL.
This sounds like the guy who's like
He
pitching.
came up in your
like Wolf of
little
Wall
trivia
Street.
game, so that's another omen. Brock Bowers. I was going to do a rhyming slang with that, but it'll be inappropriate. To score a TD anytime. He scored 3 last week, had about infinity receiving yards. Get him on.
I feel like you're about to score a TD.
This is the bloke that corners me in the smokers section at every pub. Chews my ear off. I like both of those boys. I'm going to stick with the NFL. Shad, you didn't mind the Jags to beat the Texans when it was all said and done, didn't you?
Yeah, I think if Mills plays, I think the Jags will beat the Texans.
I'm not going to do it, though. Talk myself out of it.
It's a player league.
I'm Buffalo, Miami. I'm going to take James Cook anytime touchdown.
good stuff.
That's where I'm going to go. That's our 3 legs. Boys, we better go get to the races, I think. Let's get out of here.
I'm already off to the races.
Thank you very much, listeners. We'll see you next week.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website